Take your L and keep it moving. Now, y'all already know what's going on and what everybody's been talking about all week. And it's pertaining to this popular YouTuber. We ain't gonna mention him by name. Y'all already know who he is by now. You know, he got this controversy storming because at least 2 women have came out and said that he messed around on them, meaning he cheated on his wife. Now, the reason why I'm finna touch on this, and I ain't touching on it no more after this, is because of the simple fact that it's men like him that give brothers a bad name. Take your L and keep it moving. Did you commit adultery? No. Adultery for a man is a man sleeping with another man's wife, so you didn't commit adultery. You just disavowed your marriage promises to your wife. In other words, you didn't practice monogamy. Instead of the dude owning up to his mistakes, instead of the dude owning up to what he did was wrong, he's looking to capitalize off of the controversy by selling the book and then doing a YouTube reaction to his own live feed. Like, what kind of bullshit is that if you're a man? I'm gonna be honest with you. As a man, your word is everything. Your word is your bond. Your integrity is very essential into the dynamic of what a man really is. And once you break that integrity, and once you either break it or you lack that integrity within yourself, you have no respect as a man. Not only in my personal opinion, but how other men carry themselves. So as a man, I can't respect what homie doing, man. Like, own up to what you did, acknowledge it, take that L, keep it moving. The fact is, a lot of women are pissed off at what you did. But to be honest with you, bro, I honestly believe you done knocked down at least 20 or 30 of these chicks that are your fans on the low. I mean, let's think about it, man. This dude does videos in his car. Now when shit hits the fan, he wants to do a video in his house with his wife. And I don't feel sorry for her neither. She in the fix as well. Think about it. She looked very uncomfortable throughout that whole video. But she ain't on it. You mean to tell me that she knew this man messed around on her, she left and went to the other side of the country, found God, and then came back to this fool? Come on, man, that literally makes no sense. She just saving face. That money is at stake. That man's fan base is at stake. And so what he does to try to get some of this controversy off of his back, he promotes a book in the process of doing a couple of these live feeds and doing their reaction. And the book's selling, so it's somewhat working, but it's going to face a backlash because the times have changed. See, what this dude done did, he done gave ammunition to a lot of red pillars. And shout out to my homie Dr. BOA, because he said this in his video the other day. He said that guys like him gave an alley-oop to guys like Kevin Samuels, were actually pointing out the delusion many of these women have been foolishly following by all these years. And now reality is striking them in the face. What do guys like him do? Instead of owning up to the realistic nature of your mistake, you're trying to backtrack from it. And as a man, I can't respect that one bit, dog. And then you bring God into this equation to do. God had you out here fucking up. God ain't got nothing to do with what you did, dog. Come on, man, let's think about it. This a dude, he's 6 foot, he's what, 6'4", 6'5", muscle bound dude, dark skinned dude, handsome dude, no homo. So yeah, man, you know, he is what chicks consider to be a high value man. So it don't surprise me one bit that he has his wife who's average looking at best, as opposed to dealing with all these women. A lot of them are single mothers, a lot of them delusional in their own mindset, a lot of them that got that good, that look good, and definitely would love to have sex with that man. It would not shock me one bit if more women came out and said he slept with them. I'm telling y'all what I know. Guys like that, he done slept with 20 or 30 of them on the low. Ain't no hate, ain't no shade. It is what it is. All I'm suggesting to the dude is, bro, you fucked up. Okay, cool. What man hasn't been down that path? We've all been there at one point in our lives, man. We've messed up messing around with our old ladies in the past. But the difference between guys like myself who were raised by big homies and guys like a lot of you guys in your 20s and 30s who are basically raised off the matriarchal structure, who have the mindset of women, who have feminine characteristics and tendencies more than masculine tendencies. What y'all do, y'all try to escape your way out of owning up to the responsibility of your actions. And I'm telling you, from one man to another, no man is going to ever respect that. Once you lose your integrity as a man, you are not a man in my opinion, bro. Your word is everything, because your word is supposed to suggest what you say you're going to put it into action. Because your actions speak louder than your words. But your integrity is your honesty. And your honesty comes from being responsible and reliable. And once you lose that as a man, nobody's going to respect that. And a lot of people are trying to feel bad for these women because they saying these women were vulnerable, they were gullible women, you know, nobody was really speaking for them. I don't feel sorry for none of them. These women wanted to be lied to. These women wanted to be sold a fantasy. These women bought into their own delusion. These women accepted the fallacies behind many of that so-called advice Buddy was giving them. He wasn't telling these women the truth, man. He was straight up lying to them. But do I feel sorry for them? No, because they bought into it. They wanted to be lied to. True, genuine women saw into that and was like, man, this dude on some fuck shit. And then fuck with him. And salute to y'all women that stayed true to the game, man. But y'all women that's now shocked and surprised that he did this, man, y'all ain't shocked and surprised. Y'all just upset because he ain't smashed y'all. I'm gonna say that again. You women out there who are claiming to be shocked and surprised, who are claiming that you knew he was a fraud, y'all are lying. Y'all are just disappointed that he didn't have no sex with y'all. Take your L and keep it moving. It's that simple. You are no different than no man on this earth. We all make mistakes. We all done things that we're going to look back later in life and say, man, I wish I had done that. But it is what it is. You have to go through mistakes and tribulations in your life to make you a bigger man. But when you're doing it under the pretext of attempting to sell something or to monetize off of your mishaps, then it's disingenuous and no one is going to fully believe what it is you're saying or doing. I never have. I've been knew back in 2017 you was full of shit, man. Cause put it like this, if you really believed the shit you were saying, you would never have to put down men in the process in order to gain the popularity or order to build a huge following. A lot of y'all saying this dude is savvy. I disagree. He's savvy in what? Getting the bag, finessing. If that's the case, then God is y'all money. And if God is your money, we can't even have no conversation. Don't get it twisted. I love having money because I love buying the things that I need. But I'll never prioritize money over the Most High. That's not savvy, deceiving and manipulating people. Yes, they deserve to be that way because they were looking for it. But if you consider your man full of integrity and honor and you hold these virtues and you claim to be moral, how in the hell are you a morally upright man tricking, maneuvering, and deceiving people? That's not business savvy at all, because the truth ultimately comes to the light. And it will display many of the fallacies that you're out here perpetuating to people. In other words, whatever bullshit you was on started out as, it's going to eventually roll over and it's going to fuck you. It's going to fuck you over. And now the times have changed. Because now, as more men are becoming awakened and they're moving themselves out of the matrix of this feminist Western society, now women are starting to reevaluate themselves and say, wait a minute, we losing out on the men. We don't want these fuck niggas over here no more. They been BSing us the whole time. No, they haven't. Them dudes been who they are the whole time. You ran with them because you is a fuck female. Nobody wants to call it out for how it is. But you have to live in reality. Part of owning up to your mistakes is knowing that you fucked up. Okay, you realize it, analyze the situation, say, okay, I'm fucked up. What do I do to fix myself? Because I'm tired of being fucked up. But the overall reality is, the reason why y'all don't own up to your mistakes is because you do not want to put in the work into correcting yourself, because it's more easier and more comfortable to live with delusion. That's why homie was able to build that fan base. That's how he was able to sell them books. I mean, come on, man, let's be real. A book called Single Mothers Are for Grown Men Only, that's bullshit. Take your L and keep it moving, homie. If you promised your wife that you was only going to remain only sexually active to her, then you should have kept that. If your wife was not performing in the bedroom the way that you wanted her to, you could have told her two things. You could have told her either she need to get some training in that by learning some lessons, or you bring another woman into that equation to help your wife to please you sexually, man. See, men got to get out this notion that they are only reserved for only one woman. Brother, by nature, we are not monogamous. We are not only tied to one woman. Now, if you choose to be with one woman, and if she completes you, and she satisfies you wholeheartedly, cool. But stop going against your nature, man. And it ain't cheating. How the fuck is it cheating? What did that woman lose? What did that woman get robbed of? A good time, maybe? Our polygamous nature is going to have us out here striving to be with other women. We just got to own up to it and be honest and upfront from the get-go. And that's what guys like homie ain't doing. He's not owning up to his mistakes. He's trying to maneuver backwards into insisting that, yeah, he did it wrong, but I'm going to sell this book to try to get y'all minds off of the fact I effed up. Nah, man. Own up to it. Keep it moving. You're not going to lose your complete fan base. You got to, you know what I'm saying? Your fan base is what 5 million combined on FB, IG, and YouTube. So out of that 5 million, let's say you lose about 20%. You still got 4 million people that still gonna rock with you, homie. Because it's something that you're saying or you're selling that convinces them to still want to continue to buy and invest into what it is you're presenting. All I'm suggesting to you, dog, is take that L, own up to that mistake, and learn the lesson from it, and build yourself into being a better person. But keep God out of it if it ain't genuine. Because when you suggesting, I just found God, this, that, and the third, that's disingenuous as hell, man. You made videos in the past, praising women that went to church and all that. So you knew who God was prior to you effing up. You knew who God was. So leave God out of it. Own up to your mistakes. Be a man and just move forward and continue to live your life. You still young, dog. You still young. You in your what, early 30s? So you can recover from this. I'm not saying this out of hate. I'm saying this because I acknowledge that it's guys like you that make it bad for brothers all across the board. Because when they see a brother on that scale mess around, with the notion from the rest of society, they think all of us are like that. And that is absolutely incorrect. What I'm saying is, to my little homies, y'all learn something from this. Be honest and upfront from the beginning. Explain to the woman what your intentions are. Express to the woman your standards and what you will and what you won't tolerate. And you hold yourself accountable for everything you say and do. And if you cannot live up to the accountability, walk away before you cause hurt and harm on somebody else. Otherwise, you're going to be like this dude right here trying to save face because he's scared of losing that money. So in conclusion, stop lying to people, but more importantly, stop lying to yourself. You cannot deceive and manipulate people unless you are first and foremost deceiving yourself internally. When you lie to people, that means you living a life that you yourself ain't proud of. And that's called living a lie. You don't believe in the stuff that you tell. So you try to do the complete opposite. And when it blows up in your face, now you're trying to run away from the responsibility. And I'm telling you straight up, that is not the masculine thing to do. As a man, you stand up as a man. You hold yourself accountable as a man. You stand morally upright the way a man is supposed to do. Brothers, always remember, you're the closest physical representation to the Creator himself. And if you're not standing in the ways that the Creator designed for us to be, then you're not being righteous in your own doings in life. So I hope this video gets out to dude. If it don't bother me one bit. But this is a lesson to all of us men and the little homies and the little shorties out there growing up watching us. Own up to it, turn that loss into a double L, lessons learned, and move forward with your life and seek to not make the same mistake twice. We human, we gonna fuck up. It is what it is. But don't be out here trying to escape the reality of the situation by trying to make yourself a victim. Because once you do that, you lose all trust from other people and your integrity is at question. And once your integrity is questioned, then as a man, you have no fight in the matter because you ain't doing manly shit. And that's all I gotta say. Y'all stay prayed up, keep God first, keep grinding and growing, and keep it moving. Peace and love. I'm out your ear. 100.